come on, you're supposed to be on this side. There you go. Hey guys, it's just gonna be me and the cat today. How's your budget? How's your budget going, buddy? Well, never mind.
Hey guys, today we're here with, bye, budget, I'm out of here.
Does it show that I'm not wearing any pants?
I don't think so. You're good. Hey y'all, welcome back to the vlog cast of Cullen and Katie. You might hear some screaming in the background today. No, there's actually not any, because our kids are actually having a little fun while we're filming this video, and we're watching them right out this window, so they're not completely unsupervised. Our cats are unsupervised, the kids are having fun, so hopefully they hold it together. But you might hear some kids screaming.
No iPad babysitter today.
No iPad babysitter, just a blob.
Well, right now, they've been babysat earlier. After they did schoolwork, and after you got all your work done.
Thank you for doing that today.
Thank you.
Cullen was fully in charge of all the homeschooling and everything this morning, and I was able to take, I think it was like probably what, 3 hours of just responding to business emails, and literally that was it. I think there were like 20, I ended up with like 25 emails that I was responding to, 2 different contracts I signed.
Yes.
All kinds of stuff.
Non-stop.
So there was a lot of stuff going on, and I appreciate you helping out with that.
And then since most of the other people that we are in communication with are on a different time zone, of course you don't get any responses until
everybody wakes up.
You're like, oh yeah, I'm done. Okay, kids, come here. And then email, reply, and it's like, oh my gosh.
So to anybody that we're working with, just know that we work in shifts on responding to emails the majority of the time. So that is what is going on right now. Backing it on up just a tiny bit. We get a lot of questions about that water blob. We'll leave a link to it below. We just got it off Amazon, I believe, or Target.
Yeah.
Target has it, Amazon has it. You can get it wherever, but it's a lot of fun. It doesn't have to have the sprinklers on, so they just use it without the sprinklers sometimes, so it's perfect for when it's like too cold to get in actual water.
Pro tip, I have it hooked up to the warm water in the sink. I've got a little nozzle, so it's
a little hose running.
It's warm right now.
Hose running from the sink, so little pro tip. But anyways, today on today's video, we just wanted to do a quick little update, just because regardless of however much debt we pay off each month, I just want to keep a record of how much we've paid off throughout the month, where we stand, and how much more we have to go, because despite everything going on right now and the fact that we've like talked about how we're pausing our baby steps and all of that, we're not like giving up on the paying off of debt by any means. No. That is still the goal. Right now the world is kind of paused for this pandemic, but we are still making some payments. We're not putting extra towards debt, which is really hard to see extra money that we have and be like, it's just gonna have to sit there for a minute. So let's just get right into it. Do you wanna actually color in our sheet? That's the one thing I forgot was our markers. You only get to color in 4 on this one and none on that one, and then 1 line on this one.
So I get to color in 4 of the little Detrus pieces. On
our overall Detrus sheet. We got these from Debt Free Charts, and it was a free debt-free chart. And it's just really fun to kind of keep up with it as you're going along with that. You remember from January, our total amount of debt, this includes our Get Current, because that was debt that we still owed that we had to pay off, was $100,362.71. Currently, after the month of March and the amounts that we were able to pay off in March, our current debt is $80,470.87, and just like getting under that 100 mark to the 80s feels good. Like it's still a crap ton of debt, but it feels so good to see it going down. So the total amount that we have paid off since January is $19,891. So almost $20,000 that we've paid off since January.
January, February, March, April, in 3 months.
Yeah, well, not even 3 months. We started mid-January, and then this is the beginning of April. So yeah, about 2.5 months. The amount that we paid off in the month of March was $1,904. Like we said, there was no extra money put towards anything, which is hard. So we did end up with $1,100 that would have been extra money that would have been put towards the snowball last month, but because of this pandemic, kind of just not knowing where things are going and what's gonna happen, that money for right now is being put in savings, like in our emergency fund for just kind of planning, because we don't know what's gonna happen. And then once this is all over, because it is gonna end, right? Hopefully we will be unquarantined, the economy will get going back like it's supposed to. Then we will take whatever is over $1,000 in our savings account, we'll bring our emergency fund back down to $1,000 and put all of that towards the snowball. So it'll kind of be nice to be able to make like a big old snowball payment all at once. So at this point, our emergency fund is now sitting at $2,400 instead of $1,000, so $2,400.
Okay.
So that feels really good, knowing that we have that there should anything crazy come up.
We're gonna have to create a new envelope for hand sanitizer after all this is over, so that may knock it down some.
Yeah. Well, and taking our home off the market too, I think we had mentioned that in our contract with our realtor, we did have a home warranty, which we won't have that. Now, there's the third pet of the video. Hey, you go on video with
Hey,
us.
There you go. That's not bad. Not bad.
That's the update. I mean, it's encouraging to me though that I look at it and I feel like we failed in March because we didn't put any extra money towards paying off debt. But when you look at $1,900 and you think we paid off $1,900 worth of debt, and yes, there is some interest, I did calculate that in there. So we actually,
there's another one.
There's the fourth pet. Y'all just saw all of our pets in one video. I don't think that's ever happened.
Oh my goodness.
Hello. They're like, do y'all know the kids are like outside and you're not out there with them? But you see $1,900, and like I said, I did deduct the interest that would be added to that. So I think, you know, of our actual money, it was probably closer to like $2,500 that we put towards debt.
And I feel like it could have been more here and there. Like the Facebook Market stuff kind of slowed down a little bit because the stuff I wanted to sell, we kind of like stepped back with our house being on the market, and we're like, well, we need to leave that for staging purposes, and then when we downsize.
Well, and now nobody's touching anything. I don't want somebody coming here.
Yeah, that too.
You know?
Yeah, I've had several requests for some of the Connect games because people are like, I'm bored, I want a Connect game. But I'm like, I don't even know. There was one game that I sold for $10, and I was like, with tongs picking it up, and I was like, I'm just gonna leave this sitting out and spray it off for a day or two before I touch it. But
so we're still hustling as best we can. Yeah. Like I was saying, in the big scheme of things, it feels like we failed because we didn't put extra money, but that's still money we're paying towards debt, and we are not in the process of accumulating any more debt. So previously, I would like, you know, this time last year, pay off the credit card and then be like, oh, now it's not maxed out anymore. Now we can put more money on the credit card.
Like financial peaceful, like the knowing that we haven't touched the credit card, and that's just amazing.
We're not going to. We're not accumulating any more debt at this point, and we're spending the money we have. So that's very comforting. That's the update on that. We had a couple questions that we wanted to address real quick. If you missed yesterday's video, we went over the April budget and told y'all all about that. There were a few questions or things that were said multiple times. One thing was about the lawn person, which everybody's got different opinions on that, and that's fine because you don't live in our house. We make our own decisions. When I mentioned that we were gonna get some help with doing some of the things in the yard, I am specifically talking about during this time of quarantine and pandemic, because the extra time on our hands is like this. So anyways, that's not something that we're planning on like, oh, we're just gonna have
kind of like reference the beginning of this video when we talked about like you spent 3.5 hours replying to emails, and then as soon as you got done, you got all the replies that you needed to reply to.
You can't jump right back in.
The kids were, and I was in there helping, I got the lunches made, and then now we're having to film a video, and they're out there probably breaking their head on the water blob or sitting on the iPad all day, or you know, stuff like that. And then we still got to get the yard cut. And we live in a neighborhood that has a HOA, or a, you know, homeowners association.
You like have to keep things.
You have to make it look right and all that stuff.
Well, and like the 3 hours I spent responding to emails was because I hadn't been able to spend any hours doing emails the day before, because I spent the entire like first half of the day working on one set of hedges. So you know,
need to manage your time better.
And that is a whole. Oh, Mel Robbins had a really great video. Somebody commented on my Instagram.
I saw somebody say, watch this video, and I've never watched it, but I need to go watch it.
I listened to it on the way today.
Does it put everything into perspective?
Yeah, it really does. And it specifically addresses ADHD and how, like, first of all, those of y'all that are out there struggling with your focus right now and you've never had problems focusing, that's kind of an experience of what it's like every day in the mind of somebody that has ADHD. And then for the people that have ADHD, it is even like bazonka crazier right now to try to even focus. She goes into like exactly all what your brain is thinking about and what you're processing and why you can't get things done and why it's taking forever to get stuff done and like why your anxiety is impacting it was just really helpful. And it's like, it goes back to the whole thing that if you don't live in somebody's body, in their house, in their mind, you don't understand exactly how their mind works. And the fact of like, well, when I raised my kids, I did all the yard work and I worked 40 hours a week and blah, blah, blah. Like that's
and my husband was at home till 8 p.m. every night and I did it all by myself.
And that's great that works for you.
Awesome.
But for different people, things are different. So just a little reminder that judgmental, rude, and disrespectful comments will be deleted and I'll just block you because I'm just like over it. We don't have room for negativity. We really appreciate all the wonderful, sweet, where's my Lysol? I got Lysol right there.
Did you Lysol the Lysol before you Lysoled it?
I should have.
Yeah.
But we really appreciate all the sweet, wonderful, supportive, loving comments.
Yes, y'all are amazing.
Y'all are wonderful. So thank you all so much. Thank you guys for watching and we will be back. Our next video, I had asked on Instagram for some questions from you guys and we have a ton of questions to answer. So we're gonna answer some of those. I'd love to tell you some off the top of my head, but.
What's tomorrow's video? Here we are a month into this quarantine and I feel like we're starting to get into a little rhythm, a little routine of social distancing with quarantining, with quarantinis every so often. And do we know what the video tomorrow is going to be?
That's what I just said. Where were you? Our next video, I had asked on Instagram for some questions from you guys, and we have a ton of questions to answer. So,
and see, ADHD. I need to go watch that Mel Robbins.
Wait, were you joking just now?
Yeah, I was totally on a different train.
You were just joking.
No, I'm dead serious.
You really didn't hear that I just told what tomorrow's video was?
No. What'd you say?
Where were you?
In a different cell of my squares. Like not.
I just said that we have I asked for questions.
I was thinking about.
And we're answering questions on tomorrow's video.
Oh, but we just talked about some of the questions from yesterday's video.
But that's
maybe
a whole
that's why I
different
got
thing.
confused. Okay. Sorry.
You're gonna love watching that back in editing
I am
and
not
realizing
here right
where
now.
your brain was.
Yeah, my brain is gone.
You're clearly not even in the shot. You're like halfway out of the shot.
It's hurting my wrist. Sorry.
Okay, we gotta go. Thank you for watching.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
I thought we were done like 10 minutes ago, actually.
Well, then cut all this out. Cut the whole end out. See what I'm doing? That's good. Bye. Hey guys, it's gonna be me and the cat today. Questions from you guys, and we have a ton of questions to answer. So